Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we're dressed up a little fancy for this episode of a LOTRO Adventure. We are exploring into the, Umbar's not out yet. Technically it comes out, do I date this up? Well, this is a LOTRO Adventure. I'll date this episode a little bit. It comes out tomorrow, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to get chapter 1 done in the next episode or two of this. You may see this after our live stream of going into Umbar, okay? So just throwing that out there because I'll have to release this later from timing wise. But that's okay. All right, we're here. This is technically one of my first episodes recording. Let me make sure everything is good here with the new graphics card. I did the stream the other day with LOTRO, if you remember, but this will be my first recording with the new graphics card that we got thanks to our wonderful Patreons and a gift from one of my family members, and then of course my savings and a little bit on my credit card. But you know what? It's okay. We'll get there. You know, we needed it for Return to Moria and for the update coming out for LOTRO. So I already can see that I'm having less frame issues, which is fantastic. Even in LOTRO. Let's turn up the audio a little bit in LOTRO here. We're gonna do the sound effects at 90 because I believe my voice is plenty loud. So we'll just turn that up. Combat we'll turn up to like 85, and we'll do music at like 45. There, so you can hear it a little bit. All right, so we're back. Baruch Hazad. Thank you, Zollin. He finished my sentence. Okay, we're basically we have to continue our quests here. So I already picked it up. So where you pick it up is actually Midsummer Gondor. Okay. Right over, you know, in Minas Tirith, excuse me. It's right by the front stable master. He's like right on the right there, right in the front when you come in. So let's go ahead and do this. Chapter 1-3, okay? We're back. You know who had a really good video, which I'm gonna shout out right now, that I really enjoyed was Louis7, which again, I've been a fan of his channel for many years. He's fantastic. I know we both do LOTRO, but we kind of do a little bit different things. But he did a really good prep video for Umbar, which I linked in the community tab. So, and on Discord. You're not in Discord, you should join. You can go to voiceoftherings.com and go to the Discord and in the social media links. It's always there. Or go to my newest live stream. There will be a link that's good for a week. All right, so basically I just need to defeat wild beasts. All right, so unfortunately I think this badger counts, even though I don't really want to kill a badger. But here we go. Oh, that one counted. All right. And yes, I am going to be using Zollin in Umbar. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're like, well, I want to see the course. I want to see the, you know, the Mariner. Well, you know what? Zollin's my main, and I do everything on him first. And I really do like the class Guardian. Like, I really enjoy it a lot. So, all right. This should be the last one we need. That one count? Oh, he's not dead. All right, well, sorry, I thought he was dead. All right, there we go, done. So now we can get back on our mount here and ride to the next location. All right, off we go. And we are in, this is King's Gondor, right? King's Gondor, I'm right. This is Southern Gondor, right down here, but it's King's version. So it's a different dimension, right? It's a different time. It's after the war, basically. This is in the 4th Age. And then this area that's blurred out, I don't know if they'll be opening that or not for, I don't think so. Because I think you just re-help this area and then you go to Umbar. But you may open this to go back and help over here at higher level stuff. That would be kind of cool. To kind of like see that area again. Now I know they're adding like a couple regions too. So that's good. Because I like to see new locations and new places. That's just me. I don't know about you guys, but I like that. Oh, so peaceful. LOTRO's great. Such a great game. I have a couple great games to play now on the channel. I'm very excited that Return to Moria is such a good game at the time of me making this video. Have you played that game yet? But it's a survival game. It's a different thing than LOTRO. They both they fill a different need for me. They're like a different niche, right? Each one of them. Like, survival games really fun, and it's really fun to kind of just play kind of more mindlessly sometimes. Well, except it's quite hard actually to return to Moria. But LOTRO is like a little bit more, you have to think about what you're doing, but at the same time it's really relaxing, LOTRO. It's not as scary, and it's, you know, it's an MMO. You feel like you're living in an actual world more, right? Return to Moria definitely feels like Lord of the Rings though, and feels like you're in Moria. But it feels like you're just in Moria, right? Like, that's it. And LOTRO, you can go to Moria, you can go anywhere, right? Pretty much. And now we can go to Umbar, starting very soon. That's why we're doing these quests right now on a LOTRO Adventure. I haven't made a LOTRO Adventure in a long time, so. I mean, if you're binge watching a LOTRO Adventure, you just jumped several months. All right, here's Baranord.
You upheld your side of the bargain.
Oh, I can do voiceover.
I have done the same.
You upheld your side of the bargain. I have done the same. I asked around Arnach, and well, it seems that a few of the people here have heard the Balakor, the Scourge survived the fighting at the Pelagar and escaped into the wilderness. Some folk believe they saw him personally, though from a distance. He supposedly made camp to the south of Arnach. I keep trying to say Arnach, in view of the river. If you wish to learn the truth of it, I suggest you begin there in your search. I totally rewrote that sentence, but you know what? That's okay. They're very good storytellers on LOTRO. Very, very good. Sometimes I will rewrite a sentence because I feel like. All right, let's go ahead and follow this one. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Look at this place. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Hopefully, it's even clearer than my previous recordings and streams in the past. I'm really excited because I should be able to do some really good tour episodes in the future, too, for you guys. Especially of the new area. I'll have to make some tour episodes, but we're going to start with just doing a stream of exploring, and then maybe later I'll make a tour episode of the new area, too. Alright, I don't know what pathway I found on the side of a mountain, but we found a pathway down the side of a mountain. So we'll continue on it. Until, oh, this is a giant Gondorian head. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's a large face right there. That's a very large face. Oh, Gondor. And their love of making large statue faces. Well, that's rich coming from you, dwarf. Oh, that's true. We also like our large statues. All these bushes. See, I love having all the new graphically beautiful bushes and trees and all this stuff, but one thing that's kind of hard is when you're like traveling around, things like, you know, it blocks your vision sometimes when you go through a bush and then there's just this bush in your face. That's the only thing. I still think it'd be fun if they did an update with camera controls in this game. Now, is it a good idea? Probably not, because it probably cause a lot of problems. But would it be a fun idea? Oh yeah. I should be taking this. You have discovered Rune Delta. Or I guess it's the Erui. I don't know. No, something's bugging. We're just gonna slightly touch the camera. Just, much better. I don't know why, I was just bugged. I felt like I was off center just slightly with the camera. All right, we're good now. I'm gonna be my little box down here in the corner. I wanna be centered in that box. All right, here we go. All right, we found somebody. I'm being chased by a stinging bee. Not just any bee, guys. This one stings. Well, he did some decent damage to me. All right, so, oh, it's Gimli. A bag of dirty clothes. The clothes inside the bag are of the style favored by the Corsairs. Abandoned campfire. The ash of the burnt timbers has cooled and no embers remain. Oh, it's legless. But your legs are there, sir. Okay, sorry. All right, well, examine the boat among the reeds. Oh, boat wreckage. No longer seaworthy, this boat served its former occupant well enough.
This campsite might have belonged to anyone. This campsite might have belonged to anyone. Just because it bears the signs of being a Corsair camp does not mean it was made by Balakor. Anyone could have come ashore here. Do I need to remind you that we saw him die aboard the Night Jewel? He could not escape from the dead, and did not. It beggars belief, Zollin.
Also, Gimli looks awesome in this, and he's got the little pin, the Lothlorien brooch. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. He looks really good. Good job. Legolas.
Gimli is right. This camp might have been made by anyone.
Gimli is right. This camp might have been made by anyone. Belacor, is it Balakor? Balakor did not leave the deck of the Night Jewel alive, but this too can be true, Zollin. It may not matter.
Balakor need not have survived.
I said it right.
To inspire those who believed in his purpose.
Balakor may not need have survived to inspire those who believed in his purpose. It is not possible he might have become, in death, more of a symbol to his people than he could have remained in life. A martyr. A man can be slain. It is more difficult to fully destroy that for which he stood. What if someone has taken his place, Zollin? What if someone has adopted his name and his appearance in an attempt to rally the heirs of Castamere? We should tell Baranor of this possibility so he can keep watch and guard against it. Cool. I hear Castamere and I just think of the Reign of Castamere. I think of the song from Game of Thrones. I must say, even though technically I know that it's not just a Game of Thrones name, that's a very famous name. Hello, Mr. Brute. I'm being attacked. I'm trying to be. He's trying to mug me or something.
He's like, come here, I'm gonna mug you.
I'm like, nope, no, you're not, sir. See ya. I've got a Clydesdale. You don't have a Clydesdale. There's the difference. Why I won't be mugged. Or not the wolves are trying to mug me, man. Gosh, dang. And now the lizards are trying. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. All right, so we're basically just riding back here. Epic music. Whoa, there's an old camp. Oh, hello. Oh no, there's a deserter here. We gotta save him. Fight these Corsairs off. Wow, these guys are doing pretty decent damage to me. Been a long time since I fought a creature that could actually put up a bit of a fight. Whoa. Wow, nice tail slap. Here, have an axe to the face. Wow, I did a lot of damage right there. I will say, even though they nerfed the numbers, the number crunch, I still do even the same amount of percent damage to things. Like, it usually, like, that one hit did like 80% of her health. I used to do that, so it's about right. I'm gonna free this guy. I have no words. Well, thank you would suffice. Oh, this is a whole quest. I don't need to do this quest. Let's just keep doing the chapter quest for this series right now. I'll hang on to this and maybe I'll get it later. I want to finish the shit. Can I cross here? Yeah, I can. This is cool. I love the rock texture upgrades. The new kind of rock look. It looks so good in the newer areas. I like that there's like different textures on the rocks. It looks really good. Oh. My hand is getting stuck there. On my watch. Okay, there we go. The Night's Watch. No. Wrong watch. My clock watch. No. All right, we're back in Arnetch. It's the niche natch of Gondor. Just kidding. All right, it's Baranor.
What have you discovered?
What have you
Balakor
discovered,
survived
Zollin?
the war? Well, there any truth to the rumors spoken among the people of Arnotch? Did Balakor survive the war?
You recount to Baranor that what you discovered and what Legolas had to say about the fallen leader of the heirs of Castamere. The guardsman nods grimly.
Aye, an impostor could cause trouble for the King Elisar and for Gondor just as easy as Belacor himself might have done. We will remain alert for any who appear, and I trust you will do the same as you continue south and westward to the crossing of, again, I think it's Erui? Oh gosh, I don't know how to say that. There are several small villages beyond the Erui. I'm just going to say I'm going to go with Erui. I think that's how, Erui, that may foster similar sentiments as those that here in Arnech. Good fortune go with you. You know, I always try really hard to say the right words, guys, for spelling of things. So if I'm saying it different than what you think it should be said, I apologize. Not that I get to say it how I want to say it, but still. All right, the next place we have to go is back down there. Well, I guess we'll just take a similar path that we took before. We could even swim down the river. Oh, look, here, another one of those statues that I thought were so cool. Look at that. Statue. All right, let's continue this way. Ride the horsey. Whoop. All right. See if I can finish this chapter 1. Whoever finishes chapter 1 is probably the person that gives chapter 2, the next quest, that will lead us into the Corsairs expansion that comes out. Okay, so that's the goal. Now, so you might have to, like, occasionally, if you've noticed with my channel now, guys, is I'll do, like, a live stream and I'll do some videos, and a live stream and some videos. So, like, with, like, the Return to Moria series, like, you can actually watch one of my streams, and then the next episode's kind of, like, after whatever I did in the stream. I think it seems like it works better for people to keep up and for watching later. So that's what I've been doing. All right. The woman, Glacius, floats offerings on the river. Is that her name? Glaciel? Glaciel? Is that her name? We'll go with Glaciel.
These are the crossings of Erui, where Castamere the Usurper perished long ago.
These are the crossings of Oh, how did she say it?
These are the crossings of Erui, where Castamere the Usurper perished long ago. These are the crossings of Erui, where Castamere the Usurper perished long ago.
Erui?
These are the crossings of Erui, where Castamere the Usurper perished long ago.
During the Kinstrife of Gondor, when his rebellion was at last ended, and the rule of Gondor was restored. But kings and stewards rule from distant castles and towers, and our people need the blessings nearer prospectors. And so I and other good people of Lebanon float baskets on the river in memory of the 5 sisters who protected this land in the days gone. Some folk believed they were only a myth, but it is not so. The 5 sisters have always protected us through. We did not always. What did it say? We did not always remember it. Oh, are these river spirits? They're floating on the water. That is a very impressive ability there. Listening. Whoop, whoop, we're listening to a story. The River Maidens, yeah, they were carving and understanding, but one was changed. Changed by an evil in the waters. Who's this guy? Armor of the Usurper. That's kind of a cool effect, the armor. Castamere the Usurper perished here long ago. Here long ago. It's jumping around so fast I can't keep up. Castamere the Usurper perished here long ago, but his rage remained. As the long years passed, the Lady Erui, is that how she said it? Oh gosh, I'm already forgetting. Was infected by that anger.
The blood spilt in these waters during the Kinstrife changed the Lady of Erui.
The blood spilt in these waters during the Kinstrife of Gondor so changed the Lady of Erui. So that's, I guess how she's saying it, Erui. Interesting. Is that? It must be French. It's not French word. Knowing Tolkien, he might have put French words into his rivers, but that's okay. That she became estranged from her sisters, and turned her anger upon the folk who dwelt nearby. Not long ago, she raised the armor of the usurper from these waters and did battle against her sisters. But at last, they were able to soothe her rage, and she was healed of her hurts. So I float these baskets upon her waters as tokens of both forgiveness and love, and I hope that she takes notice of them. I think she's gonna just say it's pollution. No, I'm just kidding.
It is a good story so far as it goes. A little unbelievable, I think.
Gimli stares at you with amazement when you tell him it's true, and you witness the end of the tale as you pass through Lebanon during the war.
Really? I missed more than I thought when I agreed to take the ship from Peligre with Legolas. What happened to the armor of the usurper after the river maidens claimed her sister? Her sister. I hope I did not miss many other such adventures while I was aboard the ship.
You say Angbor directed that the armor of the usurper be sent to Pelagia for safekeeping?
That was a wise decision, for Castamir's armor has been proven unable to remain lost. Better to keep it under the wrathful eye of Sirgon, Lord of Lebanon. But a thought occurs to me, if someone were trying to convince others that he was Castamir's successor, or pretending to be Balakor himself, he might make use of artifacts such as armor or weapons that once belonged to the usurper. We should make sure the armor came to Sirgon as Angbor intended. But Elisar also wanted us to help the people. Will you see Glaciera safely back to her home? Gimli and I will meet you in Glenaith when you return, and we will proceed together to Pelagar. Sweet. All right, I'll help this old lady get home. Zollin and Ironshield will be happy and honored to help you get home.
If you wish to be of use, you can oppose the dangers to be found between here and Harlock.
It is good of you to offer to bring me to my home, but I can find my own way. Still, if you wish to be of use to the folk of Lebanon, you can oppose some of the dangers to be found between here and my home in Harlock. Wild creatures and occasional holdout from the war are still found prowling these lands between Eru and Harlock. I'm trying to say it the way she said it. All right, we'll kill some baddies. Why didn't I see anything? Defeat foes on the way to Harlock in the King's Gondor. Okay, so do bears count? Bears do count. Do these scavenging crows count? Ah, sweet. To the king! Dead. Music's pretty awesome. That fighting music? That was pretty cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill whatever's close by so I don't have to do as much work later. Got him. Why is the raven so much, the crow so much stronger than the bear? That's what I want to know. All right. Now we have to talk to her. We overhead her town. But you know what that is going to be? That's going to be in the next episode of a LOTRO Adventure. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Subscribe button is right there. Thank you to those wonderful Patreons right there. Next episode's up there. And over there is LOTRO Tale. My other shares are doing voiceovers in LOTRO. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed Tolkien's content and you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Stay happy.